Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Delta Entertainment. I am your host, Lee Kenobi. And before we get started, guys, please hit that like button and please subscribe to my channel. Would appreciate that very, very much. All right, let's get into this. So, I did miss my days offs. I didn't do any articles searching or anything like that because I wanted to take a break and try to do some streaming and everything. And plus, I had some outside matters to take care of in my home and everything. So I hope you all just respect what I'm trying to do. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about articles that's been happening for the past couple of days till this moment. So geez. All right. So here we go right here. So this is about Jimmy Kimmel right now. Now I tell you this, man. With Jimmy Kimmel, man, coming back, which is kind of bull after he was immediately suspended for what he did, especially that his ratings were terrible. Oh, right. I'll be right back for 1 minute. My stomach is kind of rumbling right now, so just when I was getting ready to go, just when I'm leaving live, I'll be right back. Just give me a few minutes, all right? I'll be back. All right, my apologies. My apologies, everyone. God bless, man. Don't you just hate it? Don't you just hate it when you are when you're about ready to start something and all of a sudden this kind of thing happens? Man, I hate it, man. All right, so let's get the video up. Let's get the article up. So, did Jimmy Kimmel apologize? Host cries and addresses Kirk, family, Trump, and FCC in return monologue. Now, yes, you guys know already that Jimmy Kimmel came back, made a somewhat apology, which to me it was not an apology, bro. He didn't say I apologize. He did not say sorry. He just says I didn't intend to do such and such, and pretending to cry his behind off twice, which is to me BS. He tries to act it out and everything, but you know, it's like I said, dude. To me, it is just utterly bullcrap. So, what he did was not only his ratings were terrible, but what he did was during his time in a broadcasting, all he did was he used politics to be humor. And it's like this: everyone has their First Amendment right. You got the First Amendment right to say what you want to say, but you don't have the right to change the consequences of what's going to happen to you, bro. So it's like this: if any studio or any company whatsoever finds something that they do not like, they will fire you out the open. They'll fire you. That's it. You're done. And it's happened everywhere, and it's been happening everywhere in government jobs, in transportation jobs, schools, hospitals, entertainment wise. It's happened everywhere. But yet, Jimmy Kimmel, when he got indefinitely suspended, the fate of the far left, especially celebrities, panicked and threatened Disney that if they don't bring him back, they will tell people no longer to watch their movies and everything. And not only that, and you got to think, Mark Ruffalo, he works with Disney and he has movies that he's done. Especially Tatiana Maslany, she has a TV show in Disney Plus, and yet they don't want, and she doesn't want people to watch the show. That's called stupidity right there, dude. So, not only that, the former Walt Disney threatened Disney, and of course, Disney, which I knew, they bend the knee, and that's it, bro. So, let me see if I can find it. All right. So here we go. This must be I think this is the video for it. So let's take a look at his somewhat apology.
I don't think what I have to say is going to make much of a difference. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. I have no illusions about changing anyone's mind. But I do want to make something clear because it's important to me as a human. And that is, you understand that it was never my intention to make light of the murder of a young man. I don't think there's anything funny about it. I posted a message on Instagram on the day he was killed, sending love to his family and asking for compassion, and I meant it, and I still do. Nor was it my intention to blame any specific group for the actions of what it was obviously a deeply disturbed individual. That was really the opposite of the point I was trying to make, but I understand that to some that felt either ill-timed or unclear, or maybe both. And for those who think I did point a finger, I get why you're upset. If the situation was reversed, there's a good chance I'd have felt the same way. I have many friends and family members on the other side who I love and remain.
You know, he does mention the people that he cares about, which is Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, and all the other far left people, the Democrats, but he doesn't mention nobody on the right. He doesn't mention a name. He doesn't say a name. But you know, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just so goddamn stupid, bro.
Close to, even though we don't agree on politics at all. I don't think the murderer who shot Charlie Kirk represents anyone. This was a sick person who believed violence was a solution, and it isn't. Ever. And also, selfishly, I am a person who gets a lot of threats. I get many ugly and scary threats against my life, my wife, my kids, my coworkers because of what I choose to say. And I know those threats don't come from the kind of people on the right who I know and love. So that's what I wanted to say on that subject. But I don't want to make this about me because, and I know this is what people say when they make things about them, but I really don't. This show is not important. What is important is that we get to live in a country that allows us to have a show like this.
You know, and what pisses me off is that these people are actually there. It's just so stupid, bro. And it's like I said, dude. You got people like Pedro Pascal, but Pedro Pascal has said some things wrong, and nothing happens to him. You know? You got Mark Ruffalo, who says things, nothing happens to him. And I tell you, this is just pisses me off that people, they think they can get away with it, bro. But sooner or later, bro, it's going to stop. Sooner or later, this is going to stop. And just to show you how bad Jimmy Kimmel is, again, going to remind the audience, again, here's his ratings. These are his ratings from 2010 all the way to 2024. And now. I don't know how people are watching his show, bro. I do not know how people are watching it. I don't know how. It's plainly ridiculous. So, I mean, it's pathetic. Just pathetic. Very pathetic. So, we're going to go on to this next article here that we're going to talk about. Let me see if we got any... we had someone viewing, but I guess he left, and I understand why. I mean, because of my stomach, thanks to my stomach. But it's all good. So let's take a look at this next article. Now, this one is bad. Jimmy Kimmel cries censorship over Trump while ignoring Biden real pressure on YouTube. So, if you guys heard this a couple days ago on Tuesday, it was announced that the Biden administration, they during the time of COVID and with everything that was going wrong with our country and everything during his administration, he told YouTube to censor anything that is due to the Biden administration, due to what they've done, due to the changes, and due to this COVID vaccine mandate. So I started my YouTube last year before all that happened. And let me tell you, man, it was terrible. And you got people like Jimmy Kimmel that Jimmy Kimmel would have redeemed himself if he would have goddamn addressed this issue. Because censoring YouTubers, that's our First Amendment right. Like I said, everyone's got their rights. Everyone's got their rights. But of course, yet, people get canceled, people get censored and all. Because if you say the wrong stuff on their narrative. If you're not on their side, on the Biden administration side, on the far left's narrative, you're going to get canceled. I mean, take a look at what happened to Gina Carano. Gina Carano said one small opinion of how our country was being treated during the COVID vaccine mandates, and Of course, social justice weirdos, cancel culture, they got to Disney. Disney's bend the knee, told Gina Carano to play nice and everything and all. And she's like, no, I'm not going to play nice. I'm saying what I believe is right. You know, it's my First Amendment. So, of course, fast forward, they fired her in social media by Kathleen Kennedy. And then during her moment, people like Jay, Drunk 3PO, who I shout out, and the Geeks and Gamers supported her and helped her bring her back to the light. They brought her back to the light. And then Elon Musk, he brought YouTube, he brought Twitter and helped Gina Carano by getting her a lawyer and suing Disney. And she won the case. And now she's doing her own TV show, Logan Rain, I believe it is. It's coming. I don't know when it's coming out, but I'm looking forward to watching that to support her. So it's like I said, dude. You got these people, man, especially this son of a gun, dude, that wants to freaking say things, but doesn't get a consequence, bro. And this happened to another celebrity, which we're going to get to in a moment. We're going to go to another celebrity that we're going to get to. So let's look at this article a bit and everything. So on the night Jimmy Kimmel returned to Jimmy Kimmel Live after suspension, he delivered a tearful, defiant monologue. He rallied against President Trump, mocked FCC Charles Brennan, and declared that attempts to silence him amounted to censorship and as an assault on free speech. But there was a glaring omission in this Jimmy Kimmel speech sermon. The biggest censorship bombshell of the year had dropped the very same day, and he said nothing about it. Of course. And he claims that he has sources that could discuss this narrative, discuss what's going on, and yet he doesn't do that. Because remember, it's his show and it's his call. He can say what he can tell the people, hey, we're not going to discuss this. We're going to discuss this. That's it. And he calls himself innocent. He calls himself, and it is just so damn dumb, bro. And then, of course, he mocks Trump about his ratings and everything. But you know what? It's just so stupid. So we got it right here. On Google admitted what many Americans had long suspected: the Biden administration pressured YouTube to censor ordinary Americans to political speech that violated no platform rules. So here it is right here. Google confirmed the Biden White House leaned on them to take down content from creators who had not violated YouTube's stated policies. YouTube acknowledged that this pressure was unacceptable and wrong. The company plans to reinstate banned creators and promised never to cave to that kind of political coercion again. But here's the thing, man. What's done is done, man. What is done is done. YouTube, they probably did not even try to save their accounts. They did not probably save their accounts. And it's hard for people to come back after what they did all those years. I mean, and yet Alex Jones, he was one of them. And then I found out on Wednesday when I was playing with them, Fall Guys, he got reinstated back on YouTube. But the question is, what did he have, or what did he lose? So that's it's a start, but still, I mean, I swear, man, like I said, bro, the far left have control of this. They have control of the media, of the media, everything, bro. And they will do what they have to do to make sure they try to win. But we know right now that they're losing this battle, bro. We know right now that they're losing. People are waking up, seeing who they are, what they've done. No one's going to forget this. No one will never forget what Jimmy Kimmel said, bro. Now, I don't care how many times he apologizes, bro. He is going to do it again and again and again and again. But there is good news to this. Let me go back to the article. I forgot that I had it over here. All right. Nexstar will keep Jimmy Kimmel off the air following his partisan return to ABC. So Sinclair will do the Sinclair has stated that they will not have Jimmy Kimmel off the on the air because they do control over 30 ABC networks. Meaning Jimmy Kimmel's going to be only live on the Disney ABC platform, I guess. But on any other ABC local network, he's not going to be live. He won't be there. So, if those of you that are out there that watch Jimmy Kimmel and you want to watch him, go to a Disney network and see, and you'll find him. Not? Sorry. So Nexstar agreed to do the same. Nexstar agreed to do the same, because people are tired, man. Especially these other companies, they're tired of people that are losing money. I mean, you got to think. Stephen Colbert is still mocking Donald Trump, and yet he still has a job till the end of May. Next May. He could have been gone too. But CBS was nice enough to give him a fair warning that he is going to leave at the end of next year May. But of course, Jimmy Kimmel, they could have probably done the same for him. They probably could have done it. But they decided, no, we're going to pull him off right now. We're going to pull him off right now for what he did. And they could have kept to that. Disney could have kept that. But of course, Disney, as always, they bend the knee and become cowards. Afraid to get rid of this man. Because his ratings suck. It wasn't just because that what he said and everything, and it's because of and Jimmy Kimmel claims that Trump took away his freedom of speech. No. It wasn't Trump that made that decision. It was Nexstar and Sinclair that made that decision to call Disney and tell Disney, take him off the air. Yeesh, man. And this is just tired, man. I'm glad they're going to keep his ass off the air, man. I'm glad. Keep him off the air. Don't let him come back, bro. Make sure he doesn't ever come back. So we're going to talk about this next one because here's another celebrity that lost her position, and it happened to her, and it happened to this person too. Roseanne Barr. She calls out ABC's double standard on Jimmy Kimmel return. I have been erased from history, and it's true. I haven't heard from her, Roseanne, until now. Because let me tell you, a lot of people have gotten canceled throughout history. Let me go find that list. I'm gonna go find that list of people. Oh, here it is right here. Here it is right here. Let's show you that list. Let me show you that list. See, look, right here. This is the people that the libs, the far left, canceled. Roseanne, Dave Chappelle, Kill Tony, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Shane Gillis, Gina Carano, Hulk Hogan, Russell Brand, Tim Allen, J.K. Rowling, Kid Rock. Many more. Many other people got canceled for saying their First Amendment right and what they wanted to say. And of course, you got these networks, these companies that say, you know what? We got to cancel you. We don't like what you said. But for Jimmy Kimmel, he didn't lose his job. Can you believe that? Despite what he said about Charlie Kirk, his ratings suck. But it's enough. It was the last straw for Jimmy Kimmel, what he said. you know? But, of course, like I said, Disney, once again, bends the knee and lets Jimmy off the hook. So, I'm going to go right here. We're going to look over what happened to Roseanne. So, let me take a look at the I'm going to see if I have any super chats or anything like that. Keep going. Good morning, Emily. How you doing today? Doing all right? Yeah, just checking some things out. Appreciate you, Jay. Until I make money, until I make some money, I can't be anyone else with anyone else. I trust one person right now, and she's watching. So it's like I said. Let me get back to my work. Let me get back to work here. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened with Roseanne. Roseanne Barr isn't pulling punches when it comes to ABC's decision to reinstate Jimmy Kimmel after his suspension in a new interview. Barr blasted the network for what she's calling glaring double standard, comparing her own cancellation to Kimmel's slap on the wrist treatment. The list's latest twist adds even more fuel to the ongoing controversy swirling around Disney's ABC and its affiliates. Roseanne's blistering take. I got my whole life ruined. No forgiveness, and all of my work stolen and called a racist for time and eternity for regularly misgendering someone. It just shows how they think it's a double standard. Of course. Of course. I did remember that she got canceled. The reason I did not know until now. So, she also mocked that Kimmel's fanbase will celebrate his return. I think he'll cheer himself on and his fans. All, 2,000 of them? They'll feel hardened and, like they won another battle against Trump and the people of the United States. So it'll be a big celebration. He's back, and he'll double down again, which he will do. Watch. He will do it again. And perhaps the most poignant part of our comments, Barr lamented how her legacy as a trailblazer for female comedians has been rewritten. I've been erased from the history of feminism, which that cracks me up. I'm never mentioned in anything about women who are pioneers in media. I'm never mentioned in anything anymore. So Roseanne, she had her own show that also starred John Goodman, who was in there and everything. And then she had and then on the early 2000s, she had a recent show of Roseanne coming back in her show. But then, of course, sooner or later, they got the show canceled and they got her canceled. So this is what happened to Roseanne. Back in 2018, Barr lost everything when ABC pulled the plug on her rebooted sitcom, Roseanne. The reason, a tweet about Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett that critics labeled racist. Barr alleges that she was not aware of Jarrett's race at the time of her comment. The backlash was instant and total. Advertisers fled. Disney CEO Bob Iger and ABC leaderships canceled one of the highest rated shows on television. A spin-off, The Conners, carried on without her, and Barr has been sidelined from Hollywood ever since. She has previously alleged that President Obama personally called Bob Iger to demand her firing, a claim that she has repeated over the years as evidence of political interference. So, who's it right there? Trump did not call ABC. Trump did not call Nexstar or Sinclair to fire them. Benny Johnson had a talk with FCC Brendan Carr about this, and Brendan Carr agrees that this needs to end. So, of course, they talked to Nexstar and Sinclair, and they had enough of this. So they called ABC and told them, hey, pull them off the air now. And that's what they did. Trump didn't do nothing. Trump was just happy that ABC finally did their job that they should have done years ago because his ratings was terrible. Not just because of that, because, I mean, he said it before. He said it before. His ratings are low. His ratings suck. His show sucks. And yet this man still is on the air, dude, claiming that he's innocent. God bless, man. I feel sorry for this woman, man. She went through a lot. And a lot of these celebrities went through a lot, man. That lost their freedom of speech and everything, bro. But I'm happy that she's talking out, man, and she's giving them what they deserve, bro. So, so let's take a look at this next article. Now that we got the politics out of the way and everything, we got that sliding and everything. And like I said, and I'm going to say it one time, you have a voice. You have the right to say what you want to say. However, you have to be careful of the consequences. You cannot control that. If the company wants to fire you because of what you said, that's on the company. If your ratings suck, if your show is not doing well, it's not making money, they're going to cancel you. No government has no right to to pull the plug on you. No government does not have the right. The Biden administration did that on YouTube's censorship. The far left, they told ABC to pull the plug on Roseanne Barr. There you have it. Like I said, dude. Like I said, you got the right to say what you want to say, but you cannot escape the consequences. So, all right, let's get into our entertainment article, Rise. Here we go. So James Gunn finishes Man of Tomorrow draft, hints at Superman and Lex versus Brainiac plot. So you guys know that the Man of Tomorrow is coming out in 2027. They did do some changes. They were supposed to try to bring out Swamp Thing, the Authority, the Paradise Island show, all that other stuff. So far right now, we had Creature Commandos that came out. We had the Superman movie that came out. Next year, Supergirl is coming out. Also, if I'm not mistaken, I believe DC's Lanterns is coming out next year and everything. And that's it. And then in 2027, it will be this movie, Man of Tomorrow. However, James Gunn said that this is not a sequel. Now, I saw Peacemaker last night, and it's confirmed that he said that Peacemaker Season 2 will be a prequel to Man of Tomorrow. And we saw that last night, and a spoiler, Nicholas Hoult was in Peacemaker. And that Rick Flag Sr. went to Lex Luthor for help on fighting the dimensional device that Peacemaker has been using to go to that other world. So, it's like I said. It's like I said before, man. I mean, we'll see how this goes so far, man. We'll see how this goes. So here we go. I'm going to show you what we got. Here is the hit of the script. As you can see right here, it is a guy, anatomies, with the brain on involved. So that means Brainiac is coming for sure. This is confirmed that Brainiac is coming in. So James Gunn, he put his address that he's getting ready to have Supergirl come out next year. And it was supposed to be titled Woman of Tomorrow, but they decided to have this come out and title it as Supergirl instead of Woman of Tomorrow. So yes, Brainiac is coming out in theaters, and people are asking for this to happen. They want Giancarlo Esposito as Brainiac. Well, one person right now, but I think this is an opportunity for him to work as Brainiac. I think he can do it. I think he can be perfect for Brainiac. Only problem is, this is up to James Gunn if he wants to do it or not. This is up to James Gunn, because he is in charge of the DC Studios. So we'll see what happens. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, let's get into that next article that we got right here. Now, there is some breaking news that I have found in Twitter that we're going to discuss if I have the time, because I don't want to, I'm trying not to go over somebody else's channel, because it wouldn't be right to do that. It wouldn't be right. I mean, you know, I'm just like that. It's just me. So, all right. Let's get over here real quick. James Gunn discusses his vision for Batman costume, but who calls the shots for The Brave and the Bold? So here's the problem. The Brave and the Bold is supposed to be directed by Andy Muschietti, the same director that we know that did the Flash movie, which flopped terribly because of the worst CGI ever. Not only that, Ezra Miller was terrible, especially for what he did outside of Hollywood, and he messed himself up, and not only himself, he messed up the movie. And it was just terrible. And the storyline, instead of them trying to go by the animated Flash version where we see Thomas Wayne, or we see the Amazons and Aquaman fight against each other, a skinny like Superman. I'm like, why not bring that in there, man? And of course, they just ruined it. They ruined the whole entire movie, man. I liked it, Michael Keaton coming back as Batman. I liked it, Michael Keaton, but it wasn't the right pick. It wasn't the right move, what they did. So, let's read about this a bit, about this article. James Gunn isn't overseeing Batman and the future of DC Studios. It seems as though he's shaping it in ways that go beyond the usual role of the studio head. His latest remarks about the Brave and the Bold upcoming Batman film in the DCU shed light on how deeply involved he is in decisions that would normally be left to a director. From the design of Batman's costume to question of casting, Gunn is staking out territory that makes some industry observers wonder who's really calling the shots for DC films. Is James Gunn outdoing even Kevin Feige and Warner Brothers itself when it comes to studio interference? So a lot of people are wondering about Batman's costume. They're asking if they would like to see Batman in the blue and gray outfit with the eyes to be back as Batman. Now, the blue and gray outfit, I'm like, I don't think that would not work. You know, he is the Dark Knight. So I would rather him stay with black and gray instead of having the blue and gray. But this is up to James Gunn and everything. Now, we know that Robert Pattinson is not going to be involved in DCU's Batman and everything, because it's Matt Reeves as Batman. And they're still trying to find not only their actor to play Batman, but they have a problem with director right now. Andy Muschietti has not been seen or heard ever since. There has not been no script. We don't know what's happened to him. He could be gone. He could be fired. But, of course, James Gunn's still declaring that he is still helming the Batman Brave and the Bold. And yet, Machete is doing other projects right now and not even focusing on this one. So that tells you something different, that I believe he's gone. I believe he's fired. And James Gunn doesn't want to spill the beans yet. Which I believe he needs to spill the beans already, man. Because if he doesn't, he is in so much trouble. Because, I mean, right now, evidence is going out there. There's evidence coming out that it's happening. It is happening. But yet, what is James Gunn doing? He's trying to make a cover-up, man. James, if I were you, bro, I would just say it, man. Just say that Andy Muschietti is no longer directing the Batman Brave and the Bold. We are trying to find another director. We are trying to get a script going, and we're trying to find the right actor to helm the cape and cowl. You got a couple actors that are willing to do it. You got Brendan Sklenar and you got Tyler Hoechlin that want to do it. You know? And I know James Gunn's got his favorites. He's got Alan Ritchson that wants to do Batman. But James admits that he can't that he can't do the role. He wanted him to do it, but he knows he can't. So I mean, for James Gunn, man, he needs a miracle. So here's our next topic that we're going to talk about right here. Here's our next topic. Wolverine trailer. Of a bloody action, a state of play, but Sweet Baby 8 concerns weighs on fans. Now, we saw the Wolverine trailer. It's awesome. It's a good game. It looks great and all. But there is concern on this. There is a bit of concern. But let's watch this trailer. Let's watch this trailer together so you can see how good it is. And then we're going to discuss what the other issue is. Here we go.
Been fighting longer than I can remember. I'd like to say I'm not a violent man. The trouble just has a way of finding me. But I'd be lying. Doesn't matter where I go. How far I run. Death's always waiting. Just not for me. Cause I ain't no hero. I'm Wolverine.
It looks great. I gotta say it. The gameplay looks great. It's awesome. But here is our concern right now. Here is the main concern right now that we have. Now, you know, Sweet Baby 8, they got involved with Spider-Man 2 and the Miles Morales story. I tell you, it's an embarrassment for what they did, but the gameplay for this Wolverine game looks so bad. It looks so good. I mean, God, bro. But we have to remember, man, here it is right here. If you guys remember, right there that tells you. Flip and Snick. So excited and grateful to say we are part of the teams bringing Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine to life with the among amazing folks at Insomniac Games. It's been a truly marvelous experience. So I've done a couple of articles about this and everything, especially what they're trying to do with the Wolverine game. Now I'm gonna hope they don't do this. What I'm hoping for is no side missions. No side missions for Wolverine. Just go straight to the source. Go straight to the campaign. Push forward. If it's a little bit of open world that you can look in a level and find some objects, go for it. But please, no side missions. Because in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2 and Miles Morales, they did that. Now, Spider-Man 1, they did not have no woke nonsense and everything, and it was perfect, and I loved it. Spider-Man Miles Morales, the main campaign was good and all that, but when it came to the side missions, in Miles Morales, he had to do one mission that involved the Black Lives Matter. Which to me was bullshit. Putting political nonsense in there. And then in Spider-Man 2, Peter Parker had side missions that had nothing to do with all that. But in Miles Morales, he had to help a gay couple get together for a prom night. He had to help another group of students to do Pride Month. And then he had to help a woman, his girlfriend, that was deaf mute and all. I'm like, oh, man. But the campaign story was great. They changed a bit about Venom, which I did not like. But overall, for that type of universe and everything, it was good. And I enjoyed it. But, man, I just got this feeling. I just got this damn feeling about this game, and I'm not liking it, bro. I'm not liking it. Now, I want to hope that they don't ruin this game. I really hope they don't. But as you can see right here, they really did ruin Miles Morales, to be honest. And I did not like the way Miles Morales looked in the end of the game, wearing that Pride ass outfit, which does look Pride outfit to me. And it's like I said, dude. Well, there's gonna be more to this. Now, Wolverine comes out next year. It does come out next year, but I do want to find this. I do want to find this video because I want to show you something. I do want to find this video, which I should have brought it up there and everything, but I'm gonna find it. Let me see. Okay, go to my history. Let me see. Where is it? Where is that video? Oh. Okay, wait, I must have skipped it. I can't find it. Where is it? I'm going to have to do a search on it. Let me do this. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. So let's all right, I'm gonna replace this right here. There it is. All right, so we're gonna take a look at this a little bit, and you guys let me know what you guys think. So let's see. I'm gonna find this one.
The question that comes up a lot to us at Insomniac Games is, are you going to... Is that he's an unreliable narrator. He aspect.
He's this ball of rage and fury.
Their traits are someone who...
Plus, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That
Behind his eyes, he looks play. There's so much. When you have that first moment,
Okay, here we
character
go.
traits are someone
This.
who can convey a lot
This
with
is
very
what-
little being spoken.
when you have that first moment that we show in gameplay, there's so much emotion.
Jess Rayner Reed. She's the product director of Insomniac. Now, she said one thing that she did not like to put in there, but she's happy that she did. And this is one of Wolverine's kill moves.
That you can feel behind his eyes. He looks relentless, he looks gritty, he looks angry, but also he looks maybe a little sad.
That level of acting and being able to just deliver that performance with believability across both spectrums was something Insomniac, ourselves, we all agreed he's the one. We don't need to see anybody else.
Hey, I'm Liam McIntyre, and I play James Logan Howlett in Marvel's Wolverine. That's not bad. That one sort of works. Fans out there know what Wolverine is, who he is. My job is to try and find the essence of who Wolverine is, especially as it applies to our story. People hurt him, people take from him, people betray him. He still fights for people who can't fight for themselves.
Okay, this must be it right
It's
here.
one
Do before.
You could see it in the trailer. You can see pores. You can see blood in between the little lines of his teeth. I love the attention to detail.
It's exciting that we're going to be able to bring that kind of fidelity to players.
Wolverine is a character who goes to many places through the comics.
You'll see the Canadian wilderness, you'll see Japan.
There's a shot where Logan is sliding down that rooftop and you can see the breadth of Madripoor and Lowtown.
It's always nice teasing the depth and the amount of characters that we'll be seeing in the game. Omega Red
Oh,
makes
I
an
must-
appearance,
I
Mystique
have-
is there, and
Mystique
there are
is
some hints to
something
other
I know
characters
I had
that
right
fans of
here.
Wolverine will recognize for sure.
Another visual element of Marvel's Wolverine is the blood. The blood tech that
Let's see this right here. No.
Working with Wolverine is
Too far, but I am so glad that we have
Here it
it.
is,
It's
right here.
fantastic.
is
Here it
pretty
is right here.
phenomenal.
There's a part in the trailer where Logan jumps down and then he does the claws up through the face. That one I thought maybe was going to be taking it too far, but I am so glad that we have it. It looks fantastic.
Wolverine's combat, making that special, making that
Yeah, it took me long to find it. My apologies. But like I said, dude, that's one of Wolverine's kills. Wolverine, you cannot take away that claw up to the face. You cannot do that, bro. That's one of his kills. That's one of his best moves ever, man. And I'm glad they brought it in there. But there's still a bit of concern about this game. Now, Liam McIntyre, I like him. I liked him playing Spartacus, you know. He played in the CW's Weather Wizard and all. But like I said, dude, like I said, I wish that either Stephen Blum or Charles will be in will portray Wolverine, you know. But sometimes they want to pick a good celebrity, man, and of course he's one of them. And like I said, dude, I think he's got a good shot, and he'd be surprised. But we'll see how he performs in most of the game and play out, man. But like I said, I'm looking forward to the game, but I am going to keep an eye, a real close eye, on this article. I'm going to keep a close eye on it. So let's see. Let's rewind everything back, and then I'm going to take a look at get the other. I'm going to try to get the other articles out there that we're going to discuss real quick. So So let's see. I got 3 more articles. I may not be able to get it all done. So if anything, I'll probably do a video on it. I'll probably be able to do a video on one of them. So I'm gonna have to edit my my title and everything, and probably dismantle a couple. But if anything, if I go over a little of the hour, I will go over it. So that'll be fine. Well, let me take a look at my articles and everything. Take a look at my pages. You guys are tuning in. I appreciate you guys very much. I am doing my best here to get things going, get things live. So I appreciate you guys making the likes. Appreciate you guys watching. Wish you guys can help me really support the channel a lot. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get our next article up there. Let's see. All right, so we have Spaceballs. This is one of our other articles that we are going to be talking about right here at the moment. So, Spaceball reveals full cast and first BTS photo. Rick Moranis will return as Dark Helmet. So, Rick Moranis, you guys heard for the longest time that he is out of retirement just to play Dark Helmet, bro. And let me tell you, the Spaceballs movie, the first one, I loved it very, very much, man. It was one of the best that Mel Brooks has done. Especially from the late John Candy. God rest his soul. You got Bill Pullman, who's coming back to playing Lone Star. And I believe this actress is coming back to playing Princess Vespa. I don't know. But like I said, dude, there is a lot of returning actors. And there are new actors alike that are coming back. So let's have a read at this article for a bit. And you guys let me know what you guys think. All right? So, yeah, I had to get rid of that other piece and everything. So, as we first reported on SF Gazette, Amazon MGM has revealed that the first cast of Spaceballs 2 were with Rick Moranis officially confirmed to reprise his role as the iconic Dark Helmet. Bill Pullman and Daphne Zuniga are back as Lone Star and Princess Vespa, with Josh Gad, Keke Palmer, and Lewis Pullman among the new additions. They were previously reported to appear, and Superman star Anthony Kerrigan joins them, as does George Weiner. He played Colonel Sanders in the 1987 classic. Oh man, this is going to be good. It should go without saying that the legendary Mel Brooks is also back, returning to his 3 roles as Zen, Yiddish, Yogurt, and President Scrooge. President Screw. I don't know why they voted like that. Spaceballs, which Brooks directed, grossed $38 million and remains a beloved classic in the eyes of many sci-fi fans, despite not actually being a critical hit. And it only made $38 million? Well, you gotta think about it. That was like in the 80s and the 90s, you know? That was like in the early 80s. That was like in the 80s, so did anybody care during that time? Now, just to let you know, Josh Gad is going to be writing the story. So, here it is right here. As you can see right here, here is the cast. Let me see if I can, I'm going to enhance it. I'm going to try to enhance this. So here is the cast and everything. But like I said, dude, it does have promises. And it looks great. They look great, bro. You can see Rick Moranis in the back, in the back in the left. Straight to the back right there. And then here you got right here. I'm moving it around. Pizza the Hut. Oh my God. It looks awesome, bro. I mean, to think To think after all these years, man, they would come back. And then you see Mel Brooks right there. But here's what is funny at what they did. Now, let me get back there and I'm going to show you. Here's one thing what they did that is funny. I may have to fix that in a minute. So here we go. What does this remind you of? Same chairs, all of them surrounding. Mocking J.J. Abrams, bro. Mel Brooks, man. You know, it's just so funny that what they did. It is so funny what they've done, bro. It's almost identical, the room. Almost identical. But it's just so funny that what they did, bro. And like I said, dude, I will always respect the original. All right, let me see if I got to fix this. I'm sure I got to fix it. Yes, I do. All right, there it is right there. All right, let's get on to the next article if we could. So then that way, we are going to be past the hour right now. I'm going to try to finish these articles that I got right now. And after that, that's probably going to be it for the day. So, The Witcher, Liam Neeson showrunner breaks silence on Henry Cavill's recasting and fan backlash. So, here's the deal. We have read articles that Henry Cavill was not liking what the showrunner was doing to the show. And a lot of the fans that have played the games there and read the books, they're not liking it either, man. You know? And look, I saw the first season. I liked it how everyone was coming intertwined and together. It was perfect. I liked the action and all that. Then, of course, season 2, it was good, but something was seen off a bit. And then after that, articles came out about Henry Cavill having a backlash with Lauren Hissrich about how she is approaching the game, how she's approaching the franchise and everything. Because The Witcher, this is about Geralt of Rivia. This is not about Ciri. This is not about Yennefer. This is about Geralt. You know? This is about him and everything. And Henry Cavill has tried to reason with her, try to cooperate with her and everything. Now then, Henry Cavill on Instagram, he posted on Instagram that he was departing ways after season 3. That that it was a pleasure working with them and all, but he had to move on. He had a bigger project that he wanted to play, which unfortunately James Gunn fired Henry Cavill from not playing Superman in the DCU, which was a fucking mistake. That's what they did. So they ruined it. They ruined him. But Henry Cavill is trying to redeem himself. He is working right now on the latest projects. He is working on the Warhammer series, and he is working on the Highlander movie, which has been backtracked till next year due to his injury and everything. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm wishing Henry the best. But here is what the showrunner and Liam Hemsworth and all the fellow actors said about his departure, bro. So let's go, and you guys let me know, what do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of all this? So here we go. He had plans for other roles that he really wanted to commit himself to. And for us, you don't want to hold someone and force them to be doing something that they want to do. I think that's why it felt like a really symbolic decision. Then she continued, we never really had serious conversations about the show not continuing. The show is bigger than one actor. It's bigger than me. There's a book series, video games. We are the third party into this. So the Witcher, third entry into this. The Witcher lives with whether or not we go. Yeah, good luck. So, Liam Hemsworth, this is what he has said. Most of last year, there was quite a bit of noise, and I had to put that aside. It started to become a distraction. I dealt with that sort of thing in the past, and a lot of, and you know, at the end of the day, I love making movies, and I love telling stories and acting. I just don't want any of that to affect my way of telling the story that I'm trying to tell. I jumped off social media and the internet most of last year. So, Anya Korora, she also had this to say, and to be honest, it broke her heart when she found out. I remember it so vividly. It really impacted me. We were so bonded to these people, and to lose such an important member of the team, I put everything into this character I started. Having not much work under my belt, and this show means the world to me, so it hurt. Yeah, man, I mean, it broke a lot of people's hearts, but, you know, it's the way it is. So here's Liam Hemsworth still as Geralt, and here's Geralt, Ciri, and Yennefer together. So right now it's focusing, right now what they're doing is, so far what I've read in this show, after season 2, after season 3, what happened, which I didn't watch season 3, I heard it was a complete disaster. And it just wasn't worth it. Now, right now what they're doing is, it's separating Geralt on one adventure, Ciri on another, and Yennefer on another, and sooner or later they're about to be intertwined again to come back and see what happens. They are going up to 5 seasons in this. So Liam Hemsworth is going to finish what Henry Cavill started. Now, we saw the video teaser of Liam Hemsworth performing. Now, to me, he did well, but it's just that he did not have the eyes. He did not have the voice. It was different. It felt different. And then the special effects, it felt like it was the CW special effects. So, and during the Witcher series, The Witcher's Blood Origins, it did not work. It sucked terribly, dude. The ratings were super low, man. And I had a family member that watched it, and he admitted that things sucked, but he wanted to see it for himself, and I understood that. He wanted to see it for himself and everything, so I'm not going to argue. And of course, we both argued about The Witcher season, the series. However, I am going to try, I will try my best to watch it, to make a review, and to see what I thought about the show. You know, maybe it'll be better than season 3. Maybe. Maybe it'll be better. Or maybe it'll be worse. But like I said, a lot of fans are not going to support this because they wanted Henry Cavill to come back. But we know why Henry left, man. Henry left because of how the showrunners were treating it. Bayo de Mayo was working with Netflix's, with the Witcher series, and he saw the same way. But yet Henry Cavill didn't want to throw it out there and admit it, that that's what was happening, because he was afraid that he was going to get canceled. And that was during that era of the far left controlling the media. And that's the issue right there, bro. So I do hope that this I wish Liam Hemsworth the best of luck. I wish him the best of luck. He's going to need a miracle, bro. He is going to need it. So, let's get our last article of the day, because I want to finish this quick, because I know I'm a bit late right now. So, let's see how we're looking so far. So far, it's just been the same and everything. I got some people on Kick. Summer Gardner, what's up, man? I didn't put the Kick the channel up and everything, so I apologize. So yeah, I apologize I haven't get in touch with you, man. So, well, no worries, man. You ready? I'm not going to be able to play games because I only play games on my days off, which is Wednesday, Thursday. So, I will be live doing game streamings. I've been playing my latest right now, Chronos: The New Dawn. So, that's what I've been doing. So I apologize if you haven't gotten in touch with me. So, Clutch Benji, I'm doing okay, man. I'm doing fine. I just wish I had more support on YouTube to help me try to reach my goal and everything, because I do want to reach the goal. I want to try to reach 1,000 users, subs, and I also want to reach the watch hour times, get 4,000, so that way I can start making money and everything, and hopefully things will go well, man. Things do go well with my channel. All right, so let me continue on and finish up this last article. All right, so you guys heard Spider-Man Brand New Day. We have another casting that happened. Marvin Jones III is going to be portraying as Tombstone. Now, he did the voice of Tombstone in Spider-Man the Animated Movie, Into the Spider-Verse, and he also starred in the Halo Season 2 series, and he also starred in Black Lightning, who played Tobias. He was one of the main villains in Black Lightning series. And let me tell you, he's got the look. He has got the look to playing the villain of Tombstone, bro. Now, Tombstone, he is a gangster who got mutated, and he has sharpened teeth, but he also has hardened skin that is hard to be broken. And let me tell you, man, he is a formidable opponent for Spider-Man, dude. And I'm gonna tell you, man, this is gonna be interesting. I do hope this movie's Brand New Day does well, man, but with everything that is what happened to him right now, he got an injury, so I do hope things do go well with him. I forgot to lower down the thing, but it should be fine. So, like I said, dude, that's going to be it for my article. That's going to be it for my videos. So, I promise I will probably talk about my next article tomorrow, because I got things I got to do today right now. So, that's going to be it for my videos. So I do appreciate you guys very much. It means a lot to me. If you could do me one little favor, please, you can share this video, post a comment below, let me know your thoughts of this, and if you could, please subscribe to my channel. Would mean a lot, you know, to help me out, to try to get to 1,000 subs, and also to see if I can get 4,000 watch hours. That way, I can make my goal to start making money and start helping my channel grow better, and maybe I can try to advertise and everything, and it would mean a lot to me. And to my partner, by the way, Amelia, if she is still watching, it would mean a lot to her too, bro. So, thank you all so much for this, for watching my video, and I hope to see you guys until next time.